Yes, another solid quarter results from Equinor. Of course, we have different gas prices this quarter than we had last year, which were extraordinary high gas prices. But we have had three very solid quarters behind us during this year, and the cash flow from operation year to date after tax is $17 billion US. And this has enabled us to really be competitive in shareholder distribution, where we continue with our highly competitive shareholder distribution, totaling to also $17 billion US for the 2023.
And it's just on the gas price. I mean, there is a view we're still not out of the woods when it comes to energy security at this stage. And we know in the past 24 months or so, we've seen enormous fluctuations because of that energy security story. What are you banking on when it comes to the gas price? Do you think there's going to be another flare up in price action?
Well, when it comes to the gas prices going forward, we think it will be quite volatile. Europe is in a better position this winter, entering this winter than last winter because of the high gas storage. But when it really comes to the gas prices, it will be dependent on the weather. It will be dependent on the temperature, the heating demand, but also the amount of renewables coming into the energy mix with kind of a lot of rain and a lot of wind. There will be a lot of renewables, and that will take the demand for gas down. So weather will be a very, very dependent factor. In addition, Europe is now totally dependent on import of LNG. So the fight of energy between Asia and Europe would really play a role, and any disruption in LNG supply will also affect the market. So it is a nervous market. We saw that with the Baltic Connector when that was stopped. We saw that also when the Middle East crisis started, that the gas prices immediately reacted to this.
Anders, I got collared by an oil trader, an old friend of mine from when I used to be a derivatives trader down at Canary Wharf the other day, and he said, why is the EU so hypocritical about its energy security? And I only mention this because you're talking about you're contributing to European energy security. Yes, gas supplies are down, but actually EU purchases of Russian LNG are up 40% compared with pre-war levels. And he was saying, why aren't people talking about this? Are European politicians just stunning hypocrites, sir?
Well, that's not up to me to judge. Our focus has always been that what we can do to ensure that Europe and UK have enough gas. That's why we increased the production last year with 11%. And we continue to maintain high production from gas, and we'll continue to do that during the winter time. So we are really focusing on what we can do in this situation. But as I said, Europe is totally dependent on importing of LNG now. And we also see that European countries are putting forward longer contracts. The recent contract into France and Holland from Qatar with LNG, all up to 2052. So this really demonstrates the need for gas in the longer run for energy security to Europe.
And I appreciate